I'm about to make and eat food from the 1960s for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh my word, I didn't see you there. Hey, big buddy, big boy. Welcome to the 1960s, where we did the mashed potato back in the day. It went a little something like this. Pop it, lock it, pop it, lock it. In this video, I'm gonna be making recipes from the 1960s for 24 hours. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I did my research on these recipes. I did not just Google things, okay? I took a time machine and I went back. It was different, you know, but everyone seemed nice. When I was walking down the street, people would pass by and say, fruit. And I would say, I'm not selling fruit. So there was some confusion, for sure. I'm gonna taste test everything I cook and let you know if the girlies back then were eating good or if they were eating trash from a gutter. Let's quickly go over the menu, okay? So for breakfast, we're having creamed eggs on toast, ham with pineapple, and banana and mayonnaise muffins. Mayonnaise. I'm acting like I didn't choose these recipes. I did, and I'm disgusted with myself. For lunch, we're having bologna salad sandwiches, spaghetti salad, and jello salad. That's a lot of salads, but my Mima used to always tell me, little Timmy, if it can't be turned into a salad, then it's not a food. Don't eat it. And for dinner, we're having Salisbury steak. That sounds good. Tomato soup muffins, a spaghetti-o jello ring. There's a demon in here. I think it's that idea. And for dessert, grasshopper pie, which does not contain any grasshoppers, I promise. But if it did, those little legs would get stuck in my molar. This is all real food that people ate back in the day, girlies. Isn't that crazy? But I get it. You know, this is before scientists discovered joy. So people back then, they didn't mind eating jello rings. They were like, this kind of tastes good. The bounciness on my tongue. Before we start cooking the day away, girlies, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me and my whole dainty career. Also, if you want more cooking videos, let me know. Because honestly, it's really hard to tell what you guys want unless if you tell me. So if you want more, let me know. Oh, we're in the 60s. We only had the telegram, you know? Write a little letter. It'll say, stop. Give me more cooking videos. Stop. Also subscribe, I make food content. And I also have a second channel where I talk about whatever I want. It's called Timmy Tries to Talk. Okay, let's go. I'm so excited to make breakfast. We're first gonna make our banana mayonnaise muffins. Now, I know you're thinking, Timmy, if your husband's at work, did you feed him this morning before he left to keep him happy? Of course I did. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. and I cooked all this for him. And I'm doing it again because he ate all of it. He's a pig. I gotta eat too. The Swiffer takes all my energy. I need sustenance. Anyways, we're gonna start by taking our 2 bananas and putting them into this gorgeous glass bowl, which I bought just for this video, so you guys can see the food as it mixes. I'm a really thoughtful person. Oh, hey hubby. Oh. Sorry. Now my hand's all nasty. Okay, we're gonna put both of these into the bowl. Now they are supposed to be like rotten, you know, like British cuisine, but I bought them yesterday. So they're not totally rotten yet, but they do have some nasty marks on them, so they should work. We're gonna mash these bananas up. Ooh, they're firm. It's okay, the mayonnaise should really soften them up. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. What do we think? Okay, next up we're gonna add the mayonnaise. A half a cup of it. You know, this sounds completely vile and disgusting, but the truth is, mayonnaise is just oil and eggs, right? So instead of adding oil and eggs, we're adding mayonnaise, technically. But mayonnaise does have a nasty flavor that might add a weird tang. You know, I'm not gonna use this for this. This is gonna get completely greasy and nasty. I'm gonna eyeball it. Half a cup. Oh, that was a wet one. Oh my God. Okay, that looks good to me. It smells like a foot and a butt at the same time. Now we're gonna add a cup of sugar. I could only find sugar, like cane sugar, at the store. I didn't see any normal granulated, and I kind of missed her. She was so gritty. Okay, a cup is a lot. Oh my God. You know, as long as it's real sugar, right? People are fine with it. But if it's a Diet Coke, oh no, that's so terrible for you. Oh. Can you tell I'm bitter? Because I am, okay? Wow. Sugar stew and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Oh, I was just smelling paper. I'm just gonna eyeball that too. Okay, it's the 60s. Sometimes recipe books got stained. All the pages got stuck together. The ink dripped off the page sometimes. So you just had to wing it. Smells good, honestly. Okay, things are looking up. I'm sorry, that was the mayonnaise demon. Okay, I feel like I should add some cinnamon, but the recipe doesn't call for that. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna get crazy. Hubby won't be too mad. Oh, we don't have any. Okay. He didn't give me enough budget for it. Now we're gonna add some salt. Okay, that'll make the mayonnaise pop. And then some baking soda. How much? 1 cup. I'm just kidding. Half a teaspoon. Okay, that's like a little tiny bit. So I'm just gonna, maybe like that. No, we need more than that. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Ooh! And then 1 cup of all-purpose flour. There's nothing that I hate more than opening these flour bags. Why is it paper? Why? Why? Honestly, could they not just use a little bit more plastic and put a zipper? We're already using so much plastic in the world. At this point, the turtles are like, bring it on. My nose has seen it all. We need a cup of this. That's good. Okay, there we go. This is the last step. Let's mix that up. Can you see it through the clear bowl? It was so worth it, right? This is looking and smelling amazing. By the way, make sure not to overmix your batters. I've heard that once the flour is incorporated, you stop. Stop it now, because if you keep going, it'll make the product tough. So we're just gonna stop right there. It looks great. Now we have to put our little muffin tins into the muffin pan. The muffin man, the muffin man! These are baking cups, and in French, they're called moulettes à gâteau, which translates to I had phlegm in my throat. Okay, ooh. I'm eating. They're gonna look messy and I really don't care because like I said, these ones are just for me. It's a very slimy batter, very gloopy and bloopy. Maybe it really does translate to phlegm. That's exciting. I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Oh! So they are ready to go in. The oven is preheated. Mama's prepared. Okay, 20 minutes. Now it's time to make our ham with pineapple. So this was a big thing back in the day. I remember seeing vintage photos of some of my ancestors with a big ham covered in pineapples and cherries, like a whole ham. And I just feel like that probably really made them happy just seeing it, you know? I'm gonna get emotional. Basically, I'm not making a whole ham because I'm one little man. I'm going to be making the carved ham version of this recipe. So we are basically just gonna take ham, some pineapple slices, some brown sugar, and some mustard and make a concoction. I feel like a mad scientist, but bald, because they're never bald. That smells like a pig fart. That smells disgusting. I hate it. Let's just take our ham slices. I got the carved kind. Yeah, that works. And we're just gonna lay some down, just chunks. We got 4 pieces here. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna take our pineapple slices. And we're just gonna grab a slice. Oh, these are thick. I feel like I'm drinking a pina colada, but instead I'm just grabbing a pineapple. I'm just gonna place 1 slice on each piece of ham. Also, I looked for maraschino cherries at the store and I could not find them anywhere. I think they stopped making maraschino cherries. They were like, there's too much of that red food dye in there. We're just gonna give up. Oh my gosh, there's 4 slices in here. That's it? That's it, really. And now we're gonna take a bowl and we're gonna mix some of our pineapple juice right in there with a squirt of mustard. Okay, this one's not by French's. It's like, je m'appelle, I don't know. And then some brown sugar as well. This is gonna make it all caramelized and juicy. Half a cup, okay. Oh, I just spit. I think that's good. And we're just gonna mix this up, make a nice little glaze for our ham. And we're just gonna drizzle this over our pineapple and ham. Okay, that looks amazing. Gog, look at that, girlies. I ate that. Okay, now I'm supposed to cover it with foil, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think it needs it. That's a waste of foil. You know, metals are, oh, my muffins are still in there. I did not just mean to walk in on that. You know, they have similar temperatures. This one's 325, this one's 350. I'm gonna put it in with the muffins, it's fine. Scoot over, buddies. So for the creamed eggs on toast, we have bread, we got eggs, we got a little hint of cayenne pepper, some flour, some butter, and some milk, and salt and pepper, of course. Now, I have to toast this. I don't have a toaster, I have an air fryer, which apparently does toast. I've never tried it. Let's see how it goes. And I did choose Wonder Bread because the wonder that it holds The dreams that I can dream when I eat it. No, I chose it because it's the popular thing to do. That's what everyone loved back in the 60s. They were like, do you have a Wonder Bread sandwich? And a girl would say, no, I don't. They would say, you can't sit with us. Go back to the store, get some Wonder Bread, and then we'll think about it. So I'm gonna do 2 slices. Idiot sandwich. And I'm just gonna pop them in here. Oh, it's clean for once. I know you're also thinking, Timmy, you bought pre-made hard-boiled eggs? Of course I did not. That's crazy to assume that. My chickens in my garden just happened to lay plastic bags. Everyone's different. And then we're just gonna chop them up. Now, you're probably mad I'm not chopping on a cutting board. I'm using a butter knife. You're so demanding, you know? Even though it's the 60s, I can still complain about things privately. You are getting on my last nerve, and my thyroid medication hasn't kicked in yet, okay? So give mama a break. Okay. I think that looks good. Okay, it's time to move over to the stove top and make the cream for these eggs. All my pots and pans are like stacked up all wrong, and every time I take one out, it's like Jenga. It's really scary. So I'm gonna take a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of flour, melt that, let the flour taste go away, and then we're gonna add milk and salt and pepper. That's basically it. That's it. We're gonna let that melt a little bit. And yes, I am gonna use a whisk on my non-stick skillet. And what about it? And what about it? I already have so many microplastics collected in here that I really don't care at this point. Now we're gonna add a tablespoon of flour right there, all around. Okay, good. And mix that up. Perfect. Now it's time to add the leche. Ooh. Okay, it's really getting thick. I think I saw one of my beard hairs in there, which is gonna be a very interesting seasoning. Badia could never. McCormick is like, what's a beard hair? Okay, it kind of smells like fish. Looking great. We're gonna add pepper and salt a lot. Okay, a dash of cayenne. And now it's time to add the eggs. Oh my God. The big moment. Okay. This looks so appetizing, I can barely contain myself. Okay, girlies, this is it. My classic 60s breakfast. We got the cream eggs on toast, steaming hot. Like they just got pushed out and there was a lot of friction, a lot of rug burn. And then we also got this ham and pineapple, still has a little pool of the juices within it. And we have the banana mayonnaise muffin. Did I grab it with a fork? Of course I did. That's why there's 4 holes. What do we think? After all my hard work, I finally get a moment to relax, right? That is until the children wake up, and then I'm gonna need more thyroid medication at that point. Let's first try the ham and pineapple. I'm nervous, oh my gosh. This is actually what it was like back then. This is crazy, okay. Juicy. It kind of works. I'm not joking. The ham is very tender. I think the oven really put some heat into it and made it kind of really juicy and soft. And the pineapple is very refreshing. It really retained all of its liquidy bursts. And it tastes very fresh even though it's from a can with only 4 slices in it. I resent that still. And there is a bit of tanginess from the mustard, and shockingly, it's not too sweet because it does have pineapple juice, pineapple, brown sugar, a lot of sweetness in there. But it's not overly sweet. It kind of works for me, you know? So I'm gonna give that a nice 6 out of 10. Oh, honestly, that's not bad at all. Now it's time for the creamed eggs on toast. I can't wait for this. Let's see. Am I upset that I worked so hard on this and I don't love it? Of course. Is it gonna ruin my day and possibly my life? For sure. You know, it's really lacking flavor. I thought it would be rich because I used whole milk. And as we all know, whole milk is back in. Like, if you don't drink whole milk, are you even American? Right? Apparently that's what people say now. So I thought it would be the answer to all my problems, but it's not. As an alpha, I'm really disappointed in that. The Wonder Bread is good. It's so good. Nice and fluffy and crusty and crunchy. Yeah, it doesn't taste like much. It tastes like milk and eggs. And I'd rather just have eggs by themselves because it's less work. But this is what my husband demanded, so I'll make him happy. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Last but not least, we have my banana mayonnaise muffin.
Oh my God.
I love mayonnaise in my baked goods. That's so good. Makes me wanna shake, shake, shake. Ow. Ow, my thigh gap. Oh my gosh, finally something filled it. That is, first of all, one of the stickiest muffins I've ever had. Maybe it was the non-rotten bananas that made it sticky. Maybe it was the mayonnaise itself. It was like, I wanna stick to your gums real bad. But I kinda love the stickiness. It was fluffy, yet moist, and also dense at the same time. There's a strong banana flavor. It was perfectly sweet. You could not taste the mayonnaise whatsoever. So I'm gonna give that a nice 9 out of 10. Wow. So I'm gonna go clean up and I will see you at lunchtime. Make way for the bologna salad. Girlies, I was gonna do a cartwheel, but then I remembered that I don't know how to. So it's time for lunch, but we are first making one of our dinner items, okay? We're doing that because it needs hours to set in the fridge. So we're gonna get that done now, and then later we can enjoy it. Or try to enjoy it. It's the Spaghetti-O Jello rings. Now, this was a real thing. You can look it up. Does it prove that Satan is real? Yes, it does. But I've never tried it. I can't wait. We have some boiling water here. I'm just gonna pour that into my clear bowl that you can see. Ooh, very steamy. Who knew that the microwave could boil water? Me and my husband bought it last month and we've just been shocked by what it can do. So we're just gonna take our Jello packet. Now, I thought I was gonna use, just a tasteless gelatin, horse hoof flavor, but the recipe said to use a flavored packet. And it said you could use tomato or strawberry, but I couldn't find tomato Jello in my grocery store. Maybe that's extinct at this point, like the dinosaurs. So instead I chose pineapple because I feel like pineapple is the one fruit that could probably go well with salty food. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pour it in, let the Jello bloom. Wow, that's yellow. Piss from the 60s. It's real dried up. Ooh, piña colada. And now we're gonna add our can of SpaghettiOs. The recipe does say I could add peppers and cheese and things like that. I think we should let the SpaghettiOs shine. This is their moment, okay? Now we're just gonna mix that up. Okay, very nice. Looking good. Now let's just grease our little Jello molds. How cute, right? Very vintage. How many should I make? I mean, I'm gonna want leftovers for sure. So now I'm just gonna spoon this mixture in to my molds. I'll just make like 3 and then I'll drink the rest of this because I don't like to waste. So I'll just gulp it. Okay, I'm gonna put these into the fridge and we'll see them later on at dinner time. It's time to make our bologna sandwiches. Now, I have a question. Who was the person that discovered the spelling of bologna and why is it bologna? Bologna. Why? Bologna, that doesn't sound like meat to me. Bologna sounds like meat to me. So I'm just gonna get a big knife here because we are going to chop this up. Don't do that. We have a whole pound of bologna. Ooh, there's bologna juice on my glasses. That's something I never expected to say, but I'm kind of happy it happened. We're gonna chop this up into little bits. Now the recipe does say you can use a meat grinder and make it into a puree. Well, guess what? To me, that sounds absolutely vile. So we're chopping it. So we're just gonna go in and just chop it as small as possible. That is dense. How much pig foot is in there? What actually is bologna? Like, is it ham or is it pigeon? Which one? We are gonna be adding half a cup of mayo. I just realized this is called real mayonnaise. Why is the word real bigger than the word mayonnaise? I guess they want you to know that it's not fake and it won't talk behind your back to your friends of 10 years and ruin your life, That's good to know. I feel safe. Okay, so half a cup. Oh! Too much fiber, for sure. 2 to 3 tablespoons of sweet pickle relish. 1 tablespoon of mustard. 2 hard-boiled eggs that I forgot to chop up. Let's do that quick. I think the texture of the eggs is really gonna break up all that rubber. And then salt and pepper to taste, and then we mix and it's done. Easy. Wait, what would they say back then? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm not gonna add too much salt because I feel like bologna is really salty on its own, right? So let's just mix this all up until it's totally combined. Mmm. Sounds like good mac and cheese. And also, it's time to make our spaghetti salad. Whoa, this is another dance from the 60s called the noodle flop. Flop it. Slap it. Anyways, this recipe calls for spaghetti. I cooked it yesterday because a good housewife is always prepared. So I'm so proud of myself. My husband was so pleased when he heard the news. We also have a red onion, a cucumber, a green pepper, a tomato, Italian dressing. Sounds like a memory. Garlic powder, paprika, salt and pepper. Okay, let's start chopping, I guess. We need half a cucumber, so I'm gonna save this half. And now our tomato, which still has its umbilical cord. Someone's clingy. Grow up. And now our onion. You know, I've been cutting onions since the 20s, and it still makes me cry. But the good news is, crying is therapeutic for me. This is for you, Steve. Every time you tell me that I didn't make you scotch on the rocks correctly. Every time you told me that Swiffer was my path in life. I resent it. Look at this gorgeous, colorful bowl of vegetables. This is really gonna prolong our lives. I'm gonna add my spaghetti now, which is a big tangled blob. I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add some pepper. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. That'll add a nice little kick. And I'm also gonna add some paprika. I know I keep calling it paprika. It's because, no, you're not gonna care. I'm not gonna tell you. Should I tell you? I kind of want to tell you. So I'm a big Marvel fan. I know a lot of you girlies probably aren't, and that's okay. We all have our own interests. And there's this scene where the Vision is making some sort of a dish, and then Scarlet Witch walks in and she's like, "Is that paprika?" And that was it. Last but not least, we have to add our Italian dressing. I wanted to get Hidden Valley, but I couldn't find it. It was so hidden. So I chose Wishbone, because I sure do need some luck. I wish that I would be appreciated. Let's just add some of that. How much? I don't know. And now we take 2 forks and we mix. Ooh, it smells good. It smells so good. And that is done. I'm gonna stick it in the fridge until it's time to eat it. Look at this. Wow. It's now time for our Jell-O salad. So this is kind of gonna be like an ambrosia salad, but less evil. I hate ambrosia salad. I'm very against it. Like, my morals are opposite of it. So I got some pre-made strawberry Jell-O. I did not feel like making even more Jell-O. It's just too much Jell-O. I have a limit. Most people do. People in the 60s were like, the limit doesn't exist. So we're just gonna plop those into this bowl. Okay. It does. Did a piece fly? Oh, there it is. My gosh, this Jell-O drank a Red Bull. So we're just gonna kind of break it up a little bit. The recipe, it said that we could use either walnuts or pecans. I could not find a small portion of pecans at my store. I could only find like a $12 bag, and I'm not paying that much for pecans. I'll go with the walnuts because walls and nuts colliding sounds fine with me, although a little painful. Just gonna add some in there. Oh, they're whole. Was I supposed to chop these up? It's fine. I'll chew bigger. And we're also gonna add some little mini marshmallows. They're so magical. Ooh, that's perfect. And also some crushed pineapple drained. It does look juicy. Give me a second. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, we'll just add some of that. And last but not least, some Cool Whip that I let melt in the fridge to get it all nice and soft. Cool Whip's kind of nasty. Do you know what I mean? Like, whipped cream is so much better, but Cool Whip really keeps its shape, so. And now, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Let's just mix it up. Ah, listen to this. Oh, I kind of like it. That really came together.
And there is our lunch. Everything is quite pale, like Beth from Little Women. That doesn't mean it won't be delicious or horrifying. It could be either. We have the spaghetti salad, we have the Jell-O salad, and we have the bologna salad on a sandwich.
I'm really hungry, so I'm hoping this is delicious. Let's first try the Jell-O salad, okay? We're having dessert first, because in the 60s, that's what they did. They were like, you have to prepare your stomach lining with some sugar, so that when you eat the salty food, the stomach lining is already happy. I'm totally lying. No one ever did that or said that until now, because I just said it. Okay, come on, Jell-O salad. I got a nut, I got marshmallows and pineapple and Jell-O. Let's go. It's definitely a dessert for the senses. Wow, so much going on. Honestly, it all works. It's like giving ambrosia salad without the trauma, you know? The jello's very light. Love the strawberry flavor. The walnuts add such a gorgeous crunch and a heaviness and earthiness that really brings it all down to the crust. The pineapple adds a burst of refreshingness, and the Cool Whip is a really good sauce. It's better than Alfredo, so I love it. 9 out of 10. Wow, my stomach lining is gonna be happy. Sometimes lies come true. Next up, we got the spaghetti salad. Now, I've had pasta salad before, but not spaghetti salad. It's so different. It's fun. It's great. Oh my gosh, it tastes like a Greek salad with spaghetti. I feel like I'm in my big fat Greek wedding, but like I'm really dainty, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but all the veggies add such a freshness, a crispiness, and the blend of the green pepper with the tomato and the onion, it's the perfect blend. And then the sauce, that wishbone, oh my God. Oh, my wish came true. My wish came true. It was that the food would taste good. The Italian dressing is perfect with this. It's very bright and like acidic. And then the garlic powder adds a kick of, I wouldn't say heat, but not heat. I'm half Cuban, I can handle spice. But a hint of like, ooh, bad breath, you know? I gotta give that 9 out of 10 too. Wow, lunch is kind of eating. Okay, let's see if the bologna sandwich eats just as much. Look at that, riveting. I'm scared. Wait, there's something there. I'm disgusted, but I kind of deep down enjoyed it. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I'm getting used to it. What grossed me out, I think, was the texture. Just, there's a lot of bologna volume. You know, turn that down, please. It's too loud. But once I chewed it and the bread kind of combined with the bologna, it kind of broke up the texture a bit. I think that the bologna is too flavorful for a salad, to be honest. I think its flavor is so strong that you can't really taste any of the other elements in the salad. Maybe I should have added more of everything. I don't know. I followed the recipe, okay? And I also eyeballed it, so don't come for me. Under his eye. It's not terrible. If you really love bologna, you'll say, oh, this is my favorite food. Oh my God. But for me, it was a little too icky. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Lunch is done. We just have dinner left, and I'll see you then. It is time for dinner, the final meal of the day. First things first, we have to check on our spaghetti jello rings. I'm scared. They seem, oh, they're very firm. Wow. It's like me right after my BBL. I was very tense. Look at that. You could like slap it, nothing. I'm just gonna pop one out. No! Okay, we have 2 more attempts. Let me be more careful this time, because now I know it's extremely fragile and pathetic. Loosen the edges, okay. We love learning, we love growing. I put so much Pam, it should work. Oh! One more attempt. You know what they say, if you fail twice, you're probably gonna fail again, but you could defy the odds. Oh! Okay, so this is what we got. I'll still eat it for sure. It is time to make our dessert. We're making it first so it can set a little bit in the fridge, okay? This is the grasshopper pie. Like I said in the intro, it's not made with actual grasshoppers, but can it jump? We're gonna find out. It might jump into my esophagus. We're just gonna take our cream cheese. Now, it said to use softened cream cheese. I hate waiting for things to soften. So instead I got whipped cream cheese. Life hack, oh. The more air, the better. That's what my lungs always say. We're also gonna be using Cool Whip, powdered sugar, little pie crusts, peppermint extract, and green food coloring because I was really craving nanotech. So we're gonna put this whole blob right in. Then we're gonna add half a cup of powdered sugar. That's good. Now we're gonna add a cup of Cool Whip. I swear, people in the 60s lived off of pineapples, eggs, gelatin, and Cool Whip. Like, that's it. This is so decadent already. I feel like Mrs. Doubtfire. And then we're just gonna add the peppermint extract, which is probably a really good remedy for everything, right? You could like put it behind your earlobes or something and it'll make you pass out. Don't do that. I don't know. I feel like people always say, use peppermint extract for things. It's like a thing, right? I don't know. That smells like a Listerine breath strip. Ooh, too much. It's fine, I love mint. And it will cure all my ailments. And then some green food coloring. Just a couple drops. I want like a nice minty color. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's perfect. Now we have these little mini pie crusts. They're by Keebler Elves. Okay, I'm just gonna take my whisk and use this. I don't wanna dirty a spoon.
Yes!
That's a good method. Look at that. Perfect. It's now time to make the tomato soup muffins. Sounds atrocious, but I'm kind of excited to try them. Now we're using, of course, Campbell's tomato soup, not sponsored, but I love their slogan, low prices, massive slurp. So we're just gonna add this to the bowl, and we're not adding water to it. We want all that condensed flavor. Glue, 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 glue. Oh! Why would you come out in a blob? I didn't come out in a blob. Then we need 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Eyeball it. That is good. My eyeballs are really good at measuring. We need a tablespoon of sugar. Pour some salt. And then 1 egg. And then we need 2 teaspoons baking powder. I'm not gonna eyeball this because this is scientific right here. This is something that you have to do accurately or else. Okay, that's perfect. Bronchitis. And then we need just a tiny little pinch of baking powder, which apparently you can use on your oven, on your teeth. The uses for it are endless. So we're just gonna mix all of our wet ingredients together. Visually, it looks like it smells, so that's daunting. And then we add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, oof, 1. Isn't it crazy how only one kind of flour has a purpose in the world and the rest are just useless? Okay, now we just mix this together and it smells like a carrot. Why does it smell like a carrot? Anne of Green Gables, is that you? Now we put it into the little cups, just like last time. My gosh, breakfast feels like it was 10 years ago. I don't know why I feel like this has been the longest day of my life. That looks great. I'm gonna pop them into the oven. And it's now time to make our main course, the Salisbury steak. Oh, meat! So I have gloves on. Model, because I don't feel like getting a grease manicure. I don't want any worms crawling in the dry cracks on my hands, you know? This recipe has a lot of ingredients. Okay, we got beef broth, which I still have to find, ground beef, onion, egg, breadcrumbs, milk, butter, salt, pepper. Anything else? I think that's it. So I'm just gonna chop up my onion. I'm gonna use like all of it because I love a good onion beef flavor. So I don't care what the recipe says. Well, I did cut off a massive chunk. It's fine. I'll save that. I'll compost it. I'm using most of the onion, okay? Now even less. I'll give that to the Grinch, don't worry. So we got the onions in there. We're now gonna add 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I just got the typical seasoned ones. No panko, nothing like that. We're keeping it old fashioned today. They didn't have panko breadcrumbs in the 60s. Hello, that's a new discovery. We're gonna add some salt too, some black pepper too. 2 tablespoons of milk. That was more for sure, but it's fine. And then 1 egg. And it's not calling for it, but I really want to add some Worcestershire sauce. So I'm just gonna, oh, why does my food have to be sealed? I would rather take convenience over safety. And now we're just gonna add the meat. I got, the lean ground beef because I don't like too much grease. Once again, we're not gonna overmix this, okay? We want it to be moist once again, and I'm using a lean ground beef, so it's already not gonna be. It smells like a Frito. It smells like a dog's foot. Okay, I think that's mixed just enough. This is what it's looking like, a big blob of something that used to moo and have a personality, but now it doesn't. You should be vegan for the both of us, because I'm not gonna be. And now we're gonna shape them into little discs. I'm just gonna kind of smush them there. Okay, it looks like a giant guitar pick. These look crazy, don't they? They look, have you ever seen the meme of the meatloaf that's supposed to look like a foot? It looks like that, it looks like the meat foot. So it said to put butter or something in the bottom of the pan, but I'm always like, the meat has enough grease, right? I don't know, I just don't think it's a useful tip. And then once these are done, we're gonna make a gravy in the same pan. Oh, I'm so hyped, guys. I've never had real Salisbury steak. I've only had it in like a banquet frozen meal, which of course is luxurious. It's a banquet, but I've never had like a homemade one, so I can't wait. Oh my God, they really rose. And they're bright orange like a Simpson. Okay, I feel like the fat isn't really coming out of it. It's really sticking to it exactly like mine. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. I think that's better. I mean butter. Okay, yeah, get in there. Get in those cracks. Come over here too. Oh, it's getting smoky. Oh my gosh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'll be back. Girlies, I flipped them. Look at this gorgeous sear that I got. Oh my God.
I'm gonna bring this over to the neighbors just to show them that I'm better. I'm better than them.
So I took my Salisbury steaks off the heat. They look really good, right? So I put some more butter into the pan. I'm scraping all that goodness off the bottom. That's all flavor. And now we're gonna add some flour. Okay. Oh, it's a lot. A little more. I don't think that was enough. It's very foamy today. It's giving Colgate after I scrub my grime off. Crest. And now we're gonna add some beef broth. Almost dropped my broth. Never heard that one before. Oh, and we're gonna add some salt and some pepper. And last but not least, a nice little squirt. Look at that. And look at these terrifying muffins. But also look at this. Wow. So here is the final meal, girlies. We got our Salisbury steak with the gravy. It looks fantastic. We have our terrifying muffin that is doing a peace sign. We also have the grasshopper pie and the pineapple jello failure. What a triumphant day this has been. I feel like I kind of slayed every meal, at least like the visuals. Besides the jello ring, like everything else has been kind of a goob. So I think first, let's try the tomato muffin, okay? Hey girl. Could be worse. No, it's worse. No, it couldn't be worse. It's bad. It kind of reminds me of cornbread, but instead of corn, we have the lightest tomato soup flavor. It's so light that it's barely even there, but what is there tastes kind of nasty and vile. And there's no sweetness, even though I did add a dollop of sugar. Daisy said, only I can do dollops. No, I can't too, Daisy. She's so selfish with her brand. I hate her. It tastes like flour with a hint of tomato. So I have to give that a 2 out of 10. Trash. Let's just get this one over with too. Okay, This is the Spaghetti-O Pineapple Jello Fest. This is what people used to bring to the gatherings, you know, at the open houses, at the book clubs. They would say, oh, Cassandra, you brought the Spaghetti-O Jello ring again. And then they all throw books at her. Let's see. Ow! That tastes like ultra sweet hot sauce with a little bit of, how do I say this? Jessica Biel, one of my favorite actresses. It's acidic, it's disgusting, never again. 0 out of 10. Now let's eat the delicious things now. Hopefully delicious. The Salisbury steak. I'm so excited. I haven't had a soda in like a week. I'm doing it, girlies. This deserves a sody pop. Oh! That was a burp from the 60s. It's been rotting for about 70 years. Wow, I did that. I did that. Maybe I am the housewife I was destined to be. That was incredible. Truly, it's like meatloaf 10 times better. Who wants meatloaf anymore when you could get a nice charred piece of meat like that? It has the charred flavor of a burger with that slight softness that a meatloaf has because of the breadcrumbs and the eggs and things like that. The Worcestershire sauce makes the beef taste beefier without being greasy. And the gravy tasted just like the meat, but it worked because it just made the meat very moist and saucy. So good, so simple. I would totally make that again, even though it's the year 2080. Yes, I'm living in the future. I forgot to announce it. It's even worse now. Everything. You're welcome. 10 out of 10. I ate that. Last but not least, we have the grasshopper pie. It has set. It looks gorgeous. Let's try it. Asante. That has no hint of insects. It tastes like a mint cheesecake with a pudding texture and a cookie crust. That's it. 10 out of 10. Slay. So girlies, this has been the most fun adventure of my lifetime, I think. We tried out so many new things. It was such a blast. Let me know if you want me to try recipes from other eras. I want to do like ancient recipes, like dust recipes. So if you'd like to give it a thumbs up, if you watch this whole thing, you are that girl. I love you so much. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, girlies.